I'll have to screen share every once in a while, but hello. So the first thing I kind of wanted to talk about was verbiage when we're having conversations, just because I feel like I've been getting a lot of questions on like, what do I say to this? What do I say to that? Oh, there's Clara. Good thing I didn't screen share yet. Hi, Clara. So we're going to talk about verbiage first. There is a post in the Groundbreakers page that does give like a small guideline as to how to have verbiage. But Claire and I were talking because I hope you don't like mind that I put you like, that I use you as an example sometimes, because I feel like it's a good learning experience for everybody.
No, not at all. Go ahead, girl.
Okay. So she put out a sample post and got a couple of hits on it, which is amazing. So she first just asked, what is it that I say when I do my samples? So I posted that in Groundbreakers too. So you guys can just copy and paste that. I do like text replacement on my phone. So I don't have to type it out every time. If you have an iPhone, I know how to get it on there. If I can try to remember how to do it on the Samsung, because I used to have one. I can do it on that too. But basically what you do is you'll just create like a shortcut, and then you just type in a couple letters that like trigger the shortcut, and you can just like click it and it'll paste everything in for you. So you don't have to like type it all. You don't have to find it somewhere to paste it. I know Brittany did a video on it in Thrive to Survive. So if you're wanting that, I can tag you in that too. But that's been super helpful for me because I just want something that's easy that I can just paste. So like my website is one of the shortcuts. How I do samples is one of the shortcuts. I don't know what other ones I have, but if there's anything that you find that you're repetitively saying to people, then I would definitely consider doing some shortcuts with that, so you don't have to type it out or copy and paste it every time. But basically what it says, I just say like, I ask them like what they're specifically looking for: weight loss, energy, help with mood. I'll customize that and send it out to you. It's just X amount of dollars. You can put in whatever you want for your samples. I charge anywhere from 15 to 25. It just depends. To cover shipping in the product. The reason I ask them what they're specifically looking for, I might not even be like customizing a pack. I just want to get to know like what it is that they're looking for, when like what has them intrigued basically. So then when we do follow-ups, like when they do get their sample, and if they say like, oh, I feel like I wasn't hungry all day, I'd be like, so awesome, because that's one of your goals, or like that's something that you're looking for, is that appetite control, that you felt that on day one. Or if it's like they're looking for energy, you can say like, so amazing that you felt that energy on day one. Just you're reiterating what they already told you they were looking for and how the product is really delivering that for them. So then she had said losing weight to that. And then Claire said, like, I can send you the 3 steps that I do every morning. It'll help with losing weight, appetite control, and is filled with pro and prebiotics. So what I had told her is, when you kind of like just start naming all the benefits to them without really understanding like what it is that they're struggling with their specific problem, you might lose them, because whatever you're rattling off might not even be something that's important to them. I'm going to add Jennifer in. There we go. Okay. Hi. So when you ask, tell me what you want, like weight loss, energy, help with mood, and they say like one of the things, I always try to ask an additional clarifying question so that I can dig a little bit deeper, because I mean, everybody wants to lose weight. Everybody wants energy, but like what specifically are you struggling with, so that you can really pinpoint what their main issue is. And if we do have something that maybe you could throw into your sample that would enhance their experience, you could definitely do that. So like this girl says losing weight. So the next question that I would ask in that instance is, what do you feel like your struggle is? Controlling your appetite? Do you feel like it's with your metabolism? Or do you think it's just having the energy to be active? And if you're more active, then maybe you could lose weight. And when you're finding that out, if you do have different types of patches on hand, you could maybe, if they say appetite control is really important to them, you could maybe throw them in like one ultra so that they could try that out too. I do that sometimes. If they say mood support, I'll try to throw in some mood support patches for them. If you're mailing them out from the back office, they just send the standard ones. But if you're personalizing them at home, like sometimes most of the time I try to personalize them because I just think it's nice that they get a package from me with my name on it. But sometimes if I'm like running out of shakes or running out of patches or whatever, and I just want to get their sample out, I'll do the samples through the back office because it's really efficient. It's nice. They send you like, here's your tracking and here it's going out, which is really good too, so that you have that on hand. And it sends them an email. And it comes really nicely packaged too. It comes in a little box with all 3 steps, all of them. But if you have the ability to be able to customize, I think it's nice because it comes right from you. I just order Amazon mailers, bubble mailers. And for a while, it was like impossible to find them, like when COVID first started, I feel like. But now they're more readily available. So there's tons of cute little options you could do, like if you want to do buy Christmas ones, because like Christmas is coming up. If you want to do, I don't know, like Valentine's Day ones, you can do them. They have like little heart ones. I think it's cute when you customize them like that. And I think the customers do too. Sometimes what I'll do, I'll buy some like cool paper straws and like throw some of those in there sometimes. Anything I can do to make it feel like really special for them. Make sure you're charging for the ones that you make special. There's rare occasions where I do giveaways. There's really rare occasions where I might give somebody a free sample if I know for in fact that they will order down the road. Like there was a girl that I used to work with. She was actually my manager when I worked at Wells Fargo, and she messaged me and said she wanted a sample. I know she has the money and I know she will order if she likes it. So I was like, it's an investment I'm willing to take out of my pocket. So I just sent it to her for free. And she ended up ordering the first day. But so after you ask the clarifying question, like, what do you feel like is your biggest struggle with XYZ, whatever they identify as their problem? Energy, mood support, weight loss. Most of the time they say like all of them. Then if they say all of them, I ask them like, which one's a priority for you? And then I elaborate a little bit and say like, I can address all 3. I just want to see if there's one that you want me to put extra focus on. I can type all this out too, because I feel like I'm going really fast. If you guys need me to slow down or repeat something, let me know so you can, if you're taking notes or whatever. So after I ask them, what if I find out like what it is that they're truly struggling with with energy, is it like maybe like how much caffeine are you drinking a day? Do you feel like your energy drops off at a certain point of the day? Do you just feel like you have no energy whatsoever? Do you struggle to be up in the morning? Like I try to figure out what it is that they're struggling with. And then after I really find that out, what I'll say is, perfect. So I'm going to package something together that's in alignment or that goes with what you're looking for, that will help you with that appetite control, that'll help you with maintaining your energy all day, that'll help you with, I don't know, your mood control, helping with controlling your mood all day. Yada, yada, yada. And then I say, what's your address? And then after they provide me their address, I say, perfect. I accept Venmo or Facebook Pay, whatever you guys want to do. If you have PayPal, Cash App, whatever. I personally like Venmo because they don't charge me. Like I get all of my money, and I know sometimes with PayPal, they do charge you if you're running it as a business, or if they notice a lot of transactions going in and out, they might request you to go into a business account, and then they take a little percentage of it, I believe. So I do Facebook Pay and Venmo exclusively, and I never usually have an issue with somebody either setting up a Venmo or utilizing Facebook Pay to pay me. And then I say, after I get their address, I say, do you have Facebook Pay or Venmo, so that I can request that? And it's $15, it's just to cover the shipping, and I provide it back to you once you fall in love to go towards your order. That's my personal preference. You don't necessarily have to do that. That's just something that I do. So I'll like hang on to that money and then pay it back to them, because if they're ordering the 3 steps, you're going to be making oh, how about that anyways? But it's an investment in your future. So, and it goes towards your volume and all that stuff you need, especially right now with this goat promotion going on, which I'm also going to touch a little bit on too. So that's kind of how the conversation goes with samples. It goes pretty much the same with ordering. I always assume the order right away. Jennifer and I had a conversation about this on Sunday a couple weeks ago. I don't get into fluffy. Like I'm not like, we've already built the relationship. They already trust me. That's why they're in my inbox. I don't need to ask them like, how's the weather in the state they're at? You know what I mean? We want to get to helping them as quickly as we can, because we know these products work, and we want to make sure that we're getting it into their hands, because once they have it, they know it will work too, because they'll feel it. My husband's playing Xbox. Oh my God. So if you hear profanity, I'm sorry. But so we were talking about how, I'm trying to think of how that conversation went, if you can recall, Jennifer, because I know it was really helpful. I just talked about assuming the sale. Like I don't, if they're coming into my inbox talking about how they're interested, I don't automatically go to sample. I automatically think this person wants to order. That's how I came in, you guys. I never tried a sample before I came in. I actually clicked the promoter button and ordered a pack and just jumped right in. You play Xbox? He's playing Call of Duty right now. And he screams so loud. It doesn't matter what time of night it is either. I'm like, the children are sleeping, dude. Like, keep it down. But lost my train of thought. So I assume that they're ready to order. So I'll go right into asking them questions like, what has you interested? Or they feel like, tell me a little bit more about this Thrive stuff. I ask them, I turn it on them right away and say, what has you interested? What has you intrigued? Because I want to know as soon as I can what it is they're looking for. It's not about me. It's not about Thrive and that's the 3 steps and here's the million benefits that it helps with. It's about solving that problem for that person. So I immediately turn it back onto them and ask, what has you intrigued? And if they're like, oh, I just see how you have all this energy all the time, or I see you talking and sharing pictures about weight loss, and that just is that's something that I want or I'm looking for, like that already gives you the cue. Whatever they're saying, they're noticing from your posts. Or like, I related to your story when you said you were tired or blah, blah, blah. Then you can get into that conversation where you're asking like, what is it you're looking for? They tell you, you ask them some clarifying questions to get to the root of what's really going on with them. And then after you really understand what's going on with them, the only switch between a sample and actual order is I ask them, do you have a specific amount you're looking to spend every month? And then they'll throw out a number. And if you don't know how or don't know what to put together for a package, like that's why I'm here, or that's why your upline is here, is to help you with that, to help you put something within their budget price range, because we have stuff that can fit like any budget. I mean, we have stuff for like $20. We have stuff for $30. I have a customer, and I probably shared this a million times, who just does Sculpt every single month, and she lost like 40 pounds. So we have stuff that works for everybody based on what they're needing. And you don't want to like automatically assume that they don't have enough money either. Like I always try to think, okay, they're coming in wanting to buy the 3 steps. And if they say like, oh, my budget's 100, then I'll try to work with them there. But more often than not, I get people that are like $200. And I'm like, cool, perfect. I can get you the 3 steps and actually save you $50. But after they say like, here's my budget, we'll put something together, maybe even 2 things together. So you can say like, this one is right within your price range. It'll give you the results you're looking for. And this one is a little outside your price range, but it will accelerate your results. And that might be like the 3 steps. If maybe they say 100 and you give them the 3 steps and it's for 150 or whatever that looks like, something that's a little outside their comfort zone, because sometimes people just throw up a number as a smoke screen because they're still skeptical. Okay, I'm going to screen share so you guys can see. And my mouth is so damn dry. I can't see while I do this, so bear with me. And my computer is really freaking slow. I need a new computer so bad. Okay. So here's the verbiage thing where it's a walk through the conversations. I tried to break it down exactly like we talked about. So like I tried to give a couple examples, like if they're saying they want energy, we have it right there, and then weight loss, and then it goes into different slides down here so it can help you with that verbiage. Like if you need help with verbiage too, you can always screenshot me what the conversation looks like with you and that person, and I will type it out so that you can just copy and paste it too. Or you can put me in a three-way message. I'm certainly happy to help that way too. And then I gave the blurb so you can copy and paste that for samples too. But what I wanted to talk about was our systems. So Claire got me that new book, Atomic Habits, which is amazing. And I was already going to go this way anyways, because I had done that Bob Heilig thing that I talked to you guys about. And he was talking about how important systems were so that you can just like plug in, know exactly what you're supposed to do. When you bring new people on, you can plug them into this and it gives them an outline of exactly what to do. I'm going to make a nice graphic that goes along with it too. So it's a little more simplified that they can refer back to, so they don't have to keep like looking at all these words. So one of the things he says in this book is, if you're having a problem changing your habits, the problem isn't you. The problem is the system that you have. And you do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So if he gives the analogy, and I talked about this in the live video I did, that successful and unsuccessful people will share the same goals. So like, let's take an Olympic, they say an Olympic person, two Olympic people, they both want to win the gold medal, right? They have the exact same goal. What's the difference then between the person that wins and the person that loses? It's not that they both created goals, because they both did. It's what are the systems that the winner put into place as opposed to the loser? So I wanted to make sure that we had a system that you could just go into that is going to make you successful if you seriously do these things every single day, every single time you're running into these things. And it gives you an outline of exactly what to do. It helps you with, like I said, if you're bringing somebody new in that has never been in this industry and has never done this before, you can give them this and it shows them exactly what to say, exactly what to do. So there is no second guessing. I think posting is on, but I didn't. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so we don't need to change the goals. What we really are needing to change are our systems. And that just had me thinking how many times I've written the same damn goal over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm like, why aren't I achieving it? It's nothing to do with the words that I'm writing on the piece of paper. Like literally nothing to do with the words that are on the paper, or the fact that I look at them 9 million times. Yes, I think goals are a good benchmark to know the direction that you're heading. But he gave the analogy in there that like a coach doesn't just sit there and look at the goal, like the, what's the word I'm trying to think of? The scoreboard. He doesn't just sit and look at the scoreboard and is like, oh, well, shoot, we're down by 7 points. I guess we should just keep looking at the scoreboard and hope it changes. Like, no, that's like that would be the same analogy as looking at your sheet of paper with your goals written down over and over and over again. No. What systems do they have in place that's going to make them win that game? Is it understanding their defense and understanding their offense and understanding what players they have that are really good and who's going to guard who and yada, yada, yada. Same goes here. What systems are you putting in place if you feel like you're not where you want to be and you feel like you're repetitively writing down the same exact goals over and over and over again, and you feel like you're not making any moves? It's not the goals you're writing down, and it's not even you necessarily. It's the systems that you're putting into place in your business that are determining whether or not you're achieving that goal. So I developed this, and I want your guys' feedback. That's why I'm bringing it to you right now, if there's something you think I should add, if you feel like there's words that I should change, if you feel like something is not necessary and we can take that out, like I would love to hear your guys' feedback before, like, because once we have these systems in place, I want us to like exponentially grow as a team and everybody grow their teams. And this is going to be something that's going to help us grow even faster, is by having these, because you can just put people in, and that completely eliminates that fear that you guys have sometimes of feeling like, I don't know how to coach, or I don't know how to lead, I don't know how to bring on a new person. Like, it's all here for you, lined out. Like, you won't need any second guessing, that sort of thing. So the first one is income producing actions. I have adding to your network, interactions, posts, and follow-ups are the things that you need to do every single day. That is what's going to work. That's what's working your business. Adding to your network, because you can't have the same network. Interactions, building relationships to build that trust. Posts, because you have to share what your story is. You have to show how the products are incorporated throughout your day. And then follow-ups are so important too. So those are those things. There is like a checklist that people, if you want to print it out, there is a PDF that shows like your daily actions in the getting started guide. I'll pull that up after this so you can see that too. But that like literally gives you everything you need to do. So here is our system for sampling. So you get somebody that's interested, you send them the message, they say, this is what I want, you get the money, you're ready to ship out the sample. What do you do next? The first thing you should do is put them into a 3-way message with your enroller or somebody, I don't care who, anybody, because it's not about trying to close a person. What we're trying to do here is provide an additional resource. And I know I've shared this with you guys before. I feel like, especially if you're in retail, you feel like it's the get the manager mentality. Like, no, we're not going to get the manager. It's literally somebody in case like your dog decides to eat grease and throws up and you're unavailable. Or I don't even know if she heard me, but that was Sarah the other day. Or like you're working and you can't get to your phone, then somebody will be there as your backup to answer questions for them. Because like, what if they're like, oh, the patch is like leaving a red mark on my skin, and like you don't want to just leave them hanging. Like you are like, oh crap, what am I going to say? No, that other person will be there to reassure them that you just need to put lotion on your skin, and it happens this time of year because it's a little bit drier and da 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 da. So then I put the verbiage in there. So you can say, hey, this is so-and-so, she also thrives, and I wanted to make sure you had another person to chat with in case I'm unavailable. So then what we will do after you do the 3-way, you ship out their product, however means you want to do that, and then you will add them to your customer calendar. I put in a example. I can certainly load in blank sheets that are like for the rest of this year and like half of next year, so that people can just print those out and have them. Or like you can use your current planner or whatever you're using, but you got to make sure that you're putting their name down. And what we're trying to create is a process of follow-up for these people, so that you're continually touching base with them, because you don't put all this hard work in creating posts and building relationships and adding people to your network to when they actually say yes to you, to just leave them hanging. And that can be by like, not even by your fault or by you not trying to be that way. Like sometimes you just get wrapped up in life, you get wrapped up in, trying to create more posts to bring more people on and da 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 da. But we don't want to like lose all that fruit of our labor and just forget about that person. Like it's important for us to continually touch base. So this system's going to help you put into place something that where you're just continually filling a calendar every single month of names that either have auto ship or they have samples. So who am I supposed to be reaching out to today? Who am I supposed to be touching base with? So adding them to your calendar when they're supposed to reach their or receive their sample. I'm going to take a drink. Hold on. I feel like I'm talking really fast. And then what you want to do within that 3-way message is follow up with them every day that they're sampling. the person that's in that message with you is going to help with closing, whoever that is. So that's when you're sampling. Ordering customers. So yay, your hard work is paid off. You have a customer. Now let's make sure that we're still taking care of that person after all they trusted you. So we're going to add that person after they order into the Thrive in Life community group page. I know some people do samplers in that page. If you're not in that page, let me know. I'll add you in there. It's a customer community that I created. There's a lot of people in there now. And I'm going to try to be more hands-on with that too. But after they order, put them in there so that they can see that there's a community of other people, because sometimes people share their experiences in there. I think I'm going to start dropping fan page stories every once in a while so they can see that too. I just think sampling, we don't want to complicate them. We want to make sure that we're getting enough one-on-one with them first and asking them questions and stuff like that. Once they order, I think is a good time to put them into that customer group page. So after you do that, add their name to your calendar when they should receive their package. You want to make sure, did you receive your package? Is everything there? Everything looks good. Here's how you take the products. If they're a first-time ordering customer, like you want to follow up with them the first day that they start their product. So putting them on your calendar for the next day again, so that you're following up. How was your first day? What are you loving so far? And then after that, you'll probably want to follow up with them in another 2 weeks. And then after that point, following up with your customers every 1 to 2 times a month, or when we have promotions going on, maybe offering them free shipping with your credits on the second as a thank you if they're a customer that's continually ordering. You took so much damn time building that relationship, adding that person, building that relationship, communicating with them, finding out what their issue is, and you get them, you get them to the place where they're ready to order. We don't want to just leave them. We want to maintain that, because maybe we can enhance, like maybe they're going through it and they're like, I'm just not seeing the weight loss that I want. We can add something in. Maybe you can provide them a sample of a different product so they can try that, whatever it looks like. Like you want to maintain that residual income, because you get paid the most off of your customers. Why bring people on to just leave them? You know what I mean? After you put in all that blood, sweat, and tears, it just doesn't make sense. So that's the process for sampling and ordering customers. Now, new promoters. So if you're bringing on a new promoter, what does that look like? The first thing you want to do is put them in a 3-way message once again with your enroller. This is so that they have a second point of contact. This is so, like, if you feel like your confidence isn't quite there yet, you have somebody as like your backup that might be able to answer the tough questions that you don't know how to answer quite yet because maybe you're new. This can be if, like, again, if you're busy because like your kid is sick or whatever happens, you get caught in a snowstorm, I don't know. You have that extra resource for them available because they only get a certain amount of time to achieve those first bonuses. And usually your enroller, so like myself or Stephanie Grotchik, I might throw her in with it too, just because she might be able to provide some incentives that I'm not able to. Like she might do cashbacks or something like that, so that we can help that person get customers so they can achieve their bonus. Adding them to the Groundbreakers team page. This is once they're qualified and active. I just want to be sure that you guys know that. So they've clicked the promoter button. They've ordered at least $100 worth of product. This is when you throw them into a 3-way message because their time has started. You can add them to Groundbreakers before that. So I'm trying to give you an example. So like we have Melissa, she's on today. And so she hasn't clicked the promoter button because we want to make sure that she has people lined up first. And blah, 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 blah. So we want to make sure that she has, sorry, I got a message and I got distracted. We want to make sure she has people lined up before we have her click promoter, because I want her to get those bonuses because I know how much that means. It's $400 for the first one. It's free product, all the good things. But I already added her into our team chat because she was an ordering customer with me. So I added her into our team chat and the Groundbreakers page. If they haven't done anything I might be hesitant to add them to stuff. Like if they're not willing to set up a Zoom with you, I mean, yes, you can be a part of this business for free, but you have to understand where that person's headspace is at. Like if you tell them like, hey, fill out this get started form because I want to get to know more about you and what your goals are, and they're like not doing it, I would not add them to stuff. You know what I mean? So I just wanted to make that clear. So we'll tag them in the getting started unit so that they can fill out their form and we can help them create their first post. And then I will be holding onboarding Zooms every single Sunday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So like you can just send it there. You can come with. I'll maybe record some of them if I can so that you guys can see and maybe have you guys start hosting some of those on your own with your own people. And I'll just be there as like a fly on the wall. But once we start bringing on promoters, I will start doing that. So I'm like, obviously not going to start this Sunday if we don't sign a new promoter because it doesn't make sense. But once we start the growth in our team, because it's going to happen, we want to have all these things in place before January because that is when our business explodes. That is when people get tax returns. That's when people have their resolutions. That's when they just want to make a change in their life. And that is historically our best time of year is January, February. And I know a lot of you haven't experienced that. So I wanted to make sure we have all this stuff in place for you guys so that when our season of explosion comes, that it is going to be so easy for you guys to just plug in multiple people and go. And there's like no question. So I wanted to show my calendar. Things down here somewhere. Yeah, so like this is 9 years later, it will load. Like here's an example of my calendar that I use. So like anybody that's written, like the people that are written on the 23rd, their auto ship is running on the 25th because I want to make sure I'm following up with them a couple days beforehand. Like there you are, Melissa. I'm going to follow up with you on the 23rd. And then the 22nd is just some people that ordered like mid-month. They were like on the 9th. And they ordered on the 9th. I already followed up with them like on the 13th or the 12th. I'm pointing on my screen like you guys can see. Let me actually use the finger. So like I followed up with them around here and I just want to touch base with them again down here. I also have like, these are my samples that have shipped out this week. They should be getting them by Friday. So I just put a little S with a circle. So this is what my customer calendar looks like. It's typically a lot fuller, but I gave you guys kind of like a dumbed down version of mine because my other one was so bad. It was like scratches everywhere and it was like chicken scratch. It was bad. So there's that. Okay. Oh, I heard you. Any questions? You can drop them in the chat. I feel like I was like word vomiting for like the last, I don't know, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. We're going to touch base on the goat and then I'll have you guys go on your merry way. This is recorded too, by the way. So I'll be posting it in the chat after this. If you missed anything, if you want to go back, rewind, take notes, do whatever. So this goat promotion. So I want to kind of explain because it's different than the other goat promotions. I know some people are like, oh, it's double your pay. It's so much more than that though, you guys. So I know there might be some of you that might have placement under you. Like either I've placed or Stephanie's placed or somebody's placed under you. If you have placement, it doubles that. The other one was only retail sales. So instead of you getting 4% on, I'm just going to pull up the whole thing so we can see it. Maybe I should just do my screen share again. I am a hot mess. I'm so grateful I have such great people on this team that don't care that I'm just like all over the place half the time. God, I know it's here somewhere because I know Claire just commented on it the other day. To go on the unit. Oh my God, my computer is so slow. Oh, for Pete's sake. Probably just be better if I went to the office. No. Oh, son of a bitch. Okay. Let me know if it's too tiny and you can't see. I'm gonna have to zoom in, I think. So when you are 200K, so like let's say this, some of you are 4K, you get 4% on your first 5 levels. This will make it 8% all the way down to level 8. So that bumps down 3 more levels for you. And it affects your unilevel commission. What your unilevel is anyone you personally enroll or anyone that is placed under you. And so that is huge, like huge. And oh, none of that changes. Never mind. Team commission matching bonus. So 8%. That is so amazing. So like double your pay on like most of your stuff too, which is awesome. So 1,000 in volume. It doesn't have to be new. It can be anything that you personally order or anybody that you bring or any of your customers, existing, whatever. So what are some ways to work this? So what I've done in the past for the scope promotion is I tell them I'm going to send you a free gift. So if you place an order over X amount, I'm going to send you a free gift. And how I send them a free gift is I use my credits on the 2nd. It's not that far out from the 7th. It's like 5 days. So I'll just send them out something with my credits because that's going to pay off so big. And I can buy my own product. I don't care because it's a tax write-off. So you should be trying to do that anyways. Yeah. So I offer them free product. If you have cash on hand, you can do cash back. I'm sure when it gets closer to the end days that Jacqueline will probably be doing some sort of promotion, or Stephanie or somebody or myself, so that we can help you if you close that out if you're close. The auto ships that run on the 25th do count towards that. So that's awesome. I want to tell you, like, if you feel like you can achieve this, you absolutely can. And get that limiting belief out of your head, because you absolutely can achieve this. If you're already telling yourself you can't, like, you're starting behind the 8 ball. There's so many people that are brand new in this business that can do this. Yeah, like it's 6 packs, or if you get a couples pack, it's like 3 couples packs. And that doesn't include your new order. So if you need to order something, like order something. If you're out of anything, order something. It counts towards that. So yeah. Does anyone have questions about the GOAT promotion or anything that I've covered today? Do you want to add anything? Do you think anything needs to be added to the system? I would love to hear your feedback. Please. Nothing? All right. I'll stop the recording.